Um, let's be having a look at the Twitch. Make sure everything is working. It is. Schlaggy Burger. Awesome. What a way to open up. Welcome everyone. Good evening. We are so ready to get going for what will be race number 15 of the WAOF1 calendar on Sundays. My name is Brian, as you already know by now. And yeah, we're here at Vegas for hopefully a good one. We are into the final, what is it? 7 races. So yeah, we're truly in that final stretch now. And championships are gonna be decided soon. Now, with that being said, Dorling, after missing the past 2 races, is back. He's back for Vegas. Now, his championship lead did shrink to 63 points to Gunnar. Gunnar, who did not make the most of Dorling's absence and could have gained more, but he is the closest challenger to date. Now, at the moment, not Gunnar, Dorling is on pace to wrap up the championship in Zandvoort. But if he can continue where he left off, basically, then it is gonna be a very early championship decider. Hello, everyone in the chat. Everything is good today. I am a little bit tired. Because yeah, I had a very stressful night. NASCAR did not go very good for me last night, so less said about that the better. But yeah, this is hopefully gonna be fun. Is there any rain, Douglas? I don't see you super excited yet, so I assume there is not. Just me, or does this track look a lot darker than usual? Looks a lot more, well, night. Might just be me though. Ah, no rain, so last place is confirmed Douglas then. So that's good to know, at least one position will already be sorted out. And everyone else will be looking to get to get pole. Just kidding, Douglas, you know I love you. Damn, that pole is big. Didn't even realize there was one there. Usually it's just, well, gone. Well, I don't hate you either, so don't worry. Right. This Gunnar is gonna be first out to put in a proper lap time, so let's see what the closest title challenger can muster up. It's a not great exit into the very long straight, and that's gonna hurt for the remainder of that straight. So not very high on battery, or at least looks like he's not. Will undoubtedly still be quicker. And across the line, Gunnar kicks us off with a 31.5. And the Emperor not too far behind. Hilly on a good run of form lately. He has shown a great pace everywhere he has raced the past few weeks. And yeah, if he can keep that form going, maybe he is able to launch a late title challenge as well. Comes across the line now and is behind Gunnar, but not by a lot. Will and Robin are just very close once again. To be fair, it's just the whole grid. The top 5 is within a tenth and a little bit. And there's Dorling. Announces himself back and immediately goes fastest. The man that is dog has probably invalidated his previous attempt. I think everyone else will be starting to get back into the pit lane, because they have all completed their laps. Actually, Bucko, nah, he is definitely down on his time. So yeah, no one really on a lap right now. Everyone kinda in sync with each other, besides Douglas, Jardinho, Licorius and JT Gen. Right, Licorius no longer has his Latvian teammate, but was still very quick and a constant podium threat. But then again, so are a lot of people that can qualify in the top 10. But Licorius always consistently near the edge of it. I honestly, like, I cannot wait for the real life F1 to be here. It's either gonna be beautiful or you're gonna get to like 340 kilometers an hour when it's, well, this corner, which you can't even really call a corner, and then there will be 250 by the time they reach the corner. Or it's gonna be good and fixed by then, but I do highly doubt it. And of course, today as well, or actually last night, the announcement that Bahrain and Jeddah will be cancelled in real life due to the war, which is unfortunate. And well, I am not gonna lie and say I like route for a different side, or I don't really know how to say that. Like I don't really see the point of the war. I'll be honest, but I just hope it ends soon. Nobody deserves to die per se in a war. But hey, wow, that is 2 tenths quicker than Dorling. That is mentally quick. Sorry, it's not about a very serious topic, but that is insane. Yeah, but what I wanted to say was, uh, I just hope that the war ends soon, and not because I want to see F1 race more. I don't like the new racing, but just it's unnecessary. It's lasted long enough now. But hey, what can I do about it? All I can do about it is complain on the internet until my country brings back like the service, the duty service. I don't know what it's called. Oh, JT Gent disqualified for facing the wrong way. Ah, so he went deep into that final corner and he tried to flick it round. And in process of doing so, like getting back to the track, he's been disqualified. It's just dumb. That is stupid from the game. Let's go again. Go on then. I believe that's Hayes who just jumped into P4. Giardino. Is he improving on this lap? Oh, he's not far off, you know. This could be a very good one. Actually see by how much he was improving in the middle sector, but it's gonna come towards the line now, and well, if he pulls into the pit lane he won't be improving, and he does. So not yet there, and Whale actually into second. As JSS is unusually low. Probably be looking to improve by like a second on this attempt to be back at his usual spots. He had a massive rise in pace in the start of the season, which was honestly impressive, and well, now he is down in P13, which is not what we're used to from him anymore. But that's what the positions at the start of this position, start of the season used to be. Didn't used to be one of the quick guys, and then he just found pace, got podiums, started challenging for them. And now it has been a while, I believe, since the last podium. If we take a quick look at the standings, yeah, last one in Hungary. But he'll be looking to get straight, well, back to business in that business end of the season. Hilly into second, only 6,000 of fastest. This could be the final attempt for Dorling if he runs out of fuel early enough. Comes across the line. He improves his time, but not his position. He has found, well, a closing gap to the rest of the grid, but can't improve a position. And it's still P13 for Dorling. At everyone on the outlap, and I do see that Mr. Charlie Dino has started his final attempt, and this is gonna be the pole position run. He does not have enough time to start a lap, so this is it. This is gonna have to be the one. Haley retired, he will not be higher than P2. Might not need to. Geraldinho is gonna go into the 1 minute 30s. Question just is by how much. This is really the last bit where you can do a lot of gain to your lap. That is just basically perfect. He's down on his time though. So he did lose a lot through the corners. He has another go though. Ten seconds remain. Watson is not gonna make the line. So Watson is done, and well, everyone else with a flag next to the name is done as well. Geraldinho comes across the line, And he does go into the 1 minute 30s. Will gets close but cannot get it. Because next up it is Hayes who goes fastest out of nowhere. That is provisional pole. Gunnar is just ahead here. We're gonna be on with Dorling though. He has a near on perfect record for qualifying. Can he do it again? No, he cannot. He invalidates. Only Gunnar can take pole. And he doesn't. To be fair, Admiral could still technically get pole as well. But he is 10 seconds down. Same with Dogus. But he is 6 seconds down. And same with Akakev, who has now finished in 15th. That is pole position for Hayes. 30.7. Now, I bet she'll be happy with pole. That's unlucky, Bucko. To be fair, those 2 tenths probably would have gotten you up to P14 as well. So that is unlucky. Right, well, that is quali done. I am gonna go for a quick drink. I'll be right back, and then once we get going again, I'll be here as well. So yeah, don't go anywhere unless you're watching this back on YouTube, in which case just skip ahead like 5 minutes and we'll be ready. Right, I am back. We are so ready. Thank you, Hilly. Hopefully, we'll have fun. Hopefully, it will be a good race. Might be tricky though. It's yeah, not the most action-packed track. So yeah. Right, there we go. Formation lap time. Now it's time to have a look at the strategies. A whole bunch of mediums. Hilly, Watson and Emperor deciding to go for the hard. And then softs for Admiral. That is ballsy. He's gonna be flying off the start. It would not shock me at all if by the end of turn or going into turn 1, Admiral is gonna be side by side with Hilly. Because Admiral is gonna get an amazing start. Hilly is gonna get a bad start. And Hilly not the best of starters either. They have hit away to go the cone. So you'll see it on the inside of the cone. It's been despawned. Right. On to Hayes. I believe she already won a race, that being the one which I wasn't here for in China. Not 100% sure, but I think that was it. So looking to make it 2 on the season on Sunday. Just a reserve, but looking to do well tonight. We will wait for JT Gent to round off the grid. And we'll wait for the 5 lights. And we're underway in Vegas. It is not a great start for Chaladinho. And definitely not a great start for Hilly. Hayes will sweep around. Not quite the Admiral and Hilly side by side. Hilly actually got away quite nicely. Just the initial launch wasn't great. And everyone is through cleanly. It is 3 wide between 2 Kick Saubers and a Ferrari. With Admiral with a big send. Daniel Ricciardo who and into the tight twisty bits. Side by side with Ligorius, still no one really making contact. Oh, there we go. Someone has made contact, and that is Bucko, who's round. He's lost a couple of positions, but nothing too dramatic by the looks of it. To the lead, that's the gap that there is from Hayes to Chaladinho. By the end of the straight, we might see an overtake. So it's definitely more difficult. There we go, there's Bucko. Trying to go down the inside. And makes that move on JT Gent. Back up to P18. Go across the line for lap 1. The biggest gainer of the start is Emperor. Emperor with the most positions gained. Not a whole lot of position changes yet though. Charlie Pingo getting very close to Hayes. JSS and Bull is side by side. That's an unusual place for it. Same as well with Robin and Licorius into the left-hander. That is a tight line for JSS, which won't help going onto the straight. Doggers can almost switch it back. Kev with a big rear end slide, and somehow JSS is not hindered much by the exit. In the meantime, Hayes has been overtaken for the lead. Which was expected. Douglas is up to P14, back to this lead battle. A lot more battery for the people that didn't burn, which is none of them. As Dorling already right on the back of Gunnar. He not really able to stay with the pace just yet. Fuck. So I got very distracted there. There's some extremely loud winds going on. I think my mic picked up a bit as well, but it it's weird. Usually it's windy, it's not that loud. Oh well, as long as my roof doesn't blow off, then I'm all good. If it does though, then that would suck, as well all my stuff is where the roof is. Oh, Torling is all over the back of Gunnar. He really wants to get fast, but he just can't quite. That DRS train is kind of hurting him, as Haley is now down to P7. Both kick Saubers straight past him. Now I'd imagine probably everyone is running 0-0 wings, or at least close to it. So yeah, it's just gonna be how good of an exit can you get. Right now, Ryan, like, he could be in a good position to undercut everyone. Dorling again just can get close, but not really overtake. Kinda the story of, well, Vegas. Really, you can get close, but in that DRS train, it's gonna be difficult to overtake. There is a yellow flag, and that is for J-Luke Chetsi, who has dropped down quite a bit. And Haley's tires are finally starting to work properly, although to be fair, Delano has lost touch massively, and that is Robin who's retired. That might be a safety car. Whoa! Robin's retired on the wall there. How did that happen? And there is at least a virtual safety car. Douglas and Hagakev both got 10-second penalties. And Watson got 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Well, when does the virtual safety car end? That is a big question, because if it ends late enough, then maybe some of these people in the top could consider actually making a pit stop. Considering Geraldinho is an overtake, I think we're gonna get going pretty soon. There we go, and JSS got a drive-through penalty. I think someone else did as well. And that is Geraldinho doing very smartly, big lockup, but takes the lead on the restart of the virtual safety car. Very nicely done. And some smart racing that takes the Williams driver back to P1 and leaves Hayes back in the chase. Now, who was the other person that got a drive-through? No one, just Chitty Gent apparently. Right, let's see if Hayes immediately gets back Geraldinho. And she does, she retakes the lead, and can Bruner finally take a position as well? Yes, he does. So, they're side by side with Bruner. Bruner gets it. Geraldinho might even lose another position, because here's Dorling, who has plenty of battery from the straight, and with that from P1 to P4 Geraldinho goes. And it's Hayes now back in the lead, and for the first time this race, Gunnar actually has an opportunity to start taking the lead. This is kinda the issue that I do have with Vegas. It is just this is where you overtake, and that's it. Pit stops should be happening soon though. This shouldn't be that far out. I do wonder when Hilly decides to pit, as that is an unusual place to overtake for Hayes on the inside of Gunnar, and that leaves the door open for Dorling. But Hayes gets a very good exit out of turn 1. He has to go around the outside of turn, I believe, 2, and retakes the lead. And now here comes Dorling, who doesn't want to take any risks, and that's why both Hayes and Gunnar overshoot the corner and Dorling takes the lead. He sees it coming from a mile away, and that is why he is just by far the quickest diver we have in the tier. He sees things happen that others don't, and that is some insane prediction. Dorling now into the lead, and the worst thing is, it doesn't even really matter, because now he's back on the straight and he might lose a couple of positions. Haley is caught up though. There goes Hayes, straight back past. A great line through that corner by Hayes. And that is Chaldinho who pits. Chaldinho is in. So is Ryan and Will. They are going for a big undercut. 69 miles. This could be beautiful for Hilly, because I'm sure his tire will still be decent. Bucko is left, that's not ideal. Let's... Actually, I still don't think I have Bucko at it. I'm gonna have a look. No, I don't. So I can't actually invite him back, so I hope anyone in the lobby can. As Dorling now takes the lead back from Hayes. Now do they respond to the pit stops? Dorling does, so does Gunnar. Hayes decides to stay out for yet another lap. Might work in her favor. She has Hilly right behind there. If Hilly can get in front, he can just tow Hayes along. look at the gap Chaldinho has. That is a good 5 seconds in a lap. That is mental. It's close to 6 seconds. Abaco is in, that's good. Hayes decides to stay out. Oh wait, I thought we were later. Hayes does pit. I thought we just exited turn 1. We did not. And Hayes does decide to pull into the pit lane, leaving Hilly on his own at the front of the field. Hello, Robin. What happened? Man, with your crash, you just in turn 1. Not turn 1. Why do I confuse that corner for turn 1? Just in the wall though. How did that happen? There you go, Hayes has also dropped quite a few positions. And if you look at it like that, Hilly could be in a very good position, especially if there's a late safety car. Oh, no way. That is unlucky, man. That sucks. To be fair, at least you don't have to like complete the rest of the race. I guess that's a plus. But yeah, that's unlucky. But, I wanted to go to there because these guys are fighting. Now will that one lap tire advantage that they have be enough to actually catch back up to Emperor? As that's Watson on mediums. There's another yellow flag, that's for JT Gent, I believe, who did go straight on this time, did not get disqualified fortunately. These guys all just in a big train and they are all slowly catching up to Hilly. We'll be thinking about the pit stop soon. Emperor just been overtaken by 3 people on that straight. And Hayes as well gets past of Watson. Is now back in that lead. Well, besides Chaldinho train, because he is 4 seconds ahead. That is a penalty for Domeshid. Fortunately for him, that won't affect Butch. Here is Hayes on the inside of Emperor. Gets the move done into Sector 2. Now has to push a little bit to get back between the DRS of Gunnar, which he has already done. Mental. Haley is gonna have his work cut out for him, and he is gonna be dropping down to P11. He's gonna have like 10 laps to go. He's to overtake a person every single lap. If he wants to win, that is. There he is, he pulls into the pit lane. Now we're gonna find out how good his strategy is. Did not drop down as far as I did expect. He is actually on the back of Ryan, but he cannot be tentative. He has to push. Gunnar has gone back past Dorling, and well, them DRS swapping on the straight is actually gonna bring them closer and closer to Geraldinho, because Geraldinho cannot hit the same amount of speed on the straights. That is one Haas and one position less for Hilly to worry about. Hilly needs to make a big dive on Ryan here. Healy now up to P7. He is where he was before the pit stops, and now is where the big challenge is for him. He has to make up about 5 seconds to catch up to the Kick Sauber ahead. Here comes Hayes, but oh, Gunnar hits the wall on the straight. What is going on with Gunnar? Maybe some real trouble? There was nothing Hayes did there. At least not from the angle I looked at. Not great for Google, that will definitely at least be some tire wear. 2.5 seconds is the gap from Dorling to Charlie Dino. 7 laps to go. It's definitely not impossible. Watson goes for his second pit stop of the night. That is close. Hayes applying the pressure to Dorling, heading onto the straight, but does not get a good exit, and is now under pressure herself from Gunnar. But yeah, just no one able to make an overtake on the side straight. Where's the new regulations when you need them? Getting about 6 tenths a lap on the leader. I think the maximum that it's gonna be for Higgy is gonna be P5. Unless these guys start massively fighting at the front. But I can't really see that happening. Not until they've catched the leader, at least. Hayes retakes speed 2. Ryanair and a whale actually going at it. They are swapping positions on the straights. and Ryan and Hayes, or not Hayes, Will again side by side, and Will this time only takes P7. Leaders have kind of stopped gaining on Geraldinho. I think I was stagnated at about 2 seconds. It's been a little mistake from Charlie Dino Samuel. The gap now down to 1.5 seconds and dropping. There's a bit of lap traffic. This in the constant battle of the race. Migrating host, that is Hilly. Hilly who's left. No, I do have Hilly added, so I can just send over a quick invite. There we go. And again, Jardinho has made a mistake. Dorling now inside DRS range. And here he is back in. Battle for the lead has truly spiced up. They are within range of Jardinho. Dorling can, on the return, get back P1. Is that tire wear just about to kick in now? Can't quite get past on the straight. A big lockup for Mr. Jardinho. As we enter the penultimate lap of the race. Another big lockup for Chardinho. He is struggling. Hayes closing up, so is Dorling. This might be 3 wide into the corner. Ooh, that is close. Hayes gets P2 though. Chardinho doesn't have the pace anymore to keep up. It is, well, by the looks of it, a 2-person fight for P1. Final lap has commenced, and Hayes has a slight disadvantage, that being he has a lot less battery. That might hurt. About 20%. Rolling, sparking away. Hayes, you would say pretty safely in the perfect position to win this race. Gets super close. Basically pushing Dorling through the corner, and Dorling is going to try and play the DRS game by the looks of it. Hayes doesn't fall for it yet. Now it's all in Hayes' hands. It is gonna be a drag race to see who is gonna be in that corner first. Hayes has the straight line speed. Is gonna need a good exit, which he does get. A drag race towards the line, but it's gonna be Hayes who takes victory. That's actually gonna be very close. Dorling on the inside, and it's Dorling. Wow! Out of nowhere, Dorling somehow finds a way. I thought Hayes had it in the bag, but Dorling just somehow, some way got past. 27 thousandths. It's a photo finish with the Mercedes man, after missing 2 races, is back to winning ways. What a finish. How did he pull that off? Absolutely mental. Let's go to the back here, JP Gent. Douglas going at it. Douglas goes deep. Might have another photo finish. No, JP Gent has it here and missed that. With D17, but actually D16 due to penalties. Well, that wraps up a not the most exciting Vegas Grand Prix, which is what we're used to, but yeah, I mean, I guess what we're used to as well is just seeing this man on the top step, and he has once again done it by 27 thousandths this time. The gaps keep getting smaller, but the results stay the same. Dorling wins in Vegas. Gets driver of the day by the game as well, and I agree. He is back after a 2-week absence, and he still wins, albeit by that tiny of a margin. It's just deserved. And yeah, on that note, I would like to thank you all for watching tonight's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, And yeah, be sure to tune back in next week, where we will be racing at Spa-Francorchamps. Until then, have a good week and see you later. Good night.